So my friend, no, I win the die roll. I think yes. So I start off by playing just like Pot of Duality, because I don't have anything to special summon anyway. Reveal Tenki, Torrential, and Solemn Warning. I picked the Warning because I already have Tenki and Torrential in hand, and I just want to be able to stop plays. So I summon my Sabersaurus and set 1. In hindsight, I probably should have set 2, because if he opens Storm, I'm going to lose anyway. But I only set 1. Also, I just want to point out that he's like just trying the Tidal version of the deck. As you see there, he discards Tidal and Dragoons to search with Dragoons. But so he hasn't really played it, so he's going to be making a lot of misplays. I can't remember exactly where, but he told me a couple of times in the duel that he made misplays. So yeah, and also before this we had 2 games where he just raffle stomped me. So this was the only game that was actually decent. It's just taking a little while for him to search whatever he wants to search and dump whatever he wants to dump. But in the end, I think he's going to dump Megalo, because that's what he usually does. Okay, he searches Megalo. Megalo, sorry. And he dumps a Megalo too, so I was right. I think he's only playing 2 Megalo in this version though, so that's all his Megalo's gone. So he goes ahead and summons Genex Undyne. And he's supposed to dump Dragoons to search the Diva, but he forgets. So now I tell him to just search the controller and dump the Dragoons. Anyway, he only sets 1 back row and ends. So here I'm just going to play Tenki to search Bear, try to get a plus. Also, I'm attacking his Undyne because if that's a severe set, I don't want him to activate it if I pop his Undyne. Also, I want to keep the pop, but he compulses my guy, and I didn't know he was running compulse. But my Sabersaurus can get an attack in anyway. Just set a Fiendish Chain here and end. I think this is a turn where you get to see what this dumb deck can do after Tidal comes out. The dragons are really dumb. I'm really annoyed that Konami's letting stuff like this happen. So here he discards the what's her name, Gundy, and so I don't know. We don't know if Gundy activates first or like what happens. So if I can torrential is the monster he summons, but I just let him go and just torrential the monster and let him summon from Gundy after that. I didn't really care at this point because we weren't sure, that is. So that's what we're discussing here. Taking forever. And yeah, see, this is where I'm like, whatever, just put him in the graveyard. I think he forgets to search an Abyss Sphere here, but it ends up not mattering. So he just summons a Diva, and I Fiendish it. See, and here he forgets to summon the Tidal, which is another misplay before he attacks. But here in main phase 2, he's just going to Tidal and make, and he's going to make, what's its name, Dragosack, which is another really annoying card. Also, I'm not using Tachyon Galaxy cards in my Fire Fist here, or in my Dino Fist. So I draw the tour guide, and what I'm basically hoping here is that I can summon the tour guide and then swing over both of his tokens, set the warning, make a send mains, set the warning, and then warning when he activates the effect of Dragosack next turn. See, I'm just reading it. Also, I didn't MST because I was afraid of the sphere. And here he just torrentials me. Anyway, so I figure I can get my solemn warning off at least. Just gonna set that Misty. Just hoping he doesn't have another monster to finish me off. So here he pays, and I just negatives Dragosack. But then he summons Diva. I don't know, I think that might have been a top deck. But anyway, if he hadn't had a monster there, I could have won that one. So anyway, going in, see I accidentally misclick and I forget to press swap cards. So I don't swap the cards. So I don't side, but that kinda sucks. Anyway, my plan game 2 is, at least against Mono Mermail, is siding in basically like 3 Banishers, 3 D-Fissures, a D-Prison, and a Maxi, but I don't have it in my extra deck on Dueling Network because it's an old extra deck. So here, I just summon Baron set 2, and I hope he has Storm and wants to storm me, so I can get a Stardust out. Because that would really help. Free 2,000, but he doesn't have Storm and he just discards and he pops my bear. And I think once again he sends a Megalo to the graveyard. So he sends the Dragoons to the graveyard, and can't remember what he searches. Possibly a Megalo. No, a Marksman. I think he might already have the Megalo in hand. Yeah, I don't know what happens here. Oh no, he discards the baby dragon, that's what he does. And see, I couldn't exactly remember what it did, so I had to read it here. And my friend has this uncanny ability to always hit the right card. So I get really annoyed when he hits my torrential. If he ever blind spaces, he always hits the right card. So here I chain it. I'm not sure if I was allowed to do that or not. If I was allowed to torrential. If I was, then he hit the wrong card, obviously. But I torrential his guys. I don't know if I was allowed to do that actually. So here I play a Tenki and I'm gonna search a bear, so I want a plus. Also, I just want to like apply pressure. I'm gonna search a Tensu here because another Tenki really wouldn't do me anything at this point. And also, I'm gonna set Bombless. Oh right, I have Starlight Road. Even if I didn't, I would have said it because he didn't have Storm, and so I might as well just set everything. Because he could draw into Storm, but in that case, he would probably win anyway. So he summons the Diva. And here, you have to remember that he has Tidal in the graveyard. What I do here. Like, he's going to make a Catastor right now. And so, I think about bottomlessing it. But He has a Tidal in the graveyard, and I know if I bottomless his Catastor, he'll summon the Tidal. So I just let his attack go through, because I don't want him to get a free Tidal on the field. And then possibly make another 7, but I think if I have 4 back rows, he'll be scared of it. So I just play my Tenki. Also, I draw into Gene Warp, which is good because I can Tensu into it. So I summon Bear, and I pop his Catastor, which was my plan all along. And then I Tensu and summon Gene Warped. I just swing for 1/6. And I'm gonna search another Tenki, I believe. Then I'm gonna overlay them both for an Abyss Dweller, trying to lock him out of the game. Because of the bottomless, so I have one play for the Diva. I have a bottomless for another Diva, which he probably is gonna have. Here I detach, because I wasn't sure if Tidal was Ignition or Inherit, because I hadn't read it. But he tells me it's Ignition, so I'm just gonna put it back. And he does have the extra Diva, which I knew he was going to have. I think he's only even playing 2 Divas in this deck, but he loves drawing good outs. Anyway, and I'm surprised he has another rank 5. I thought he was going to make an Armory Arm and try to swing over, but he has a Librarian, which is really dumb because he ends up not having a Gachi, which is going to cost him a little in the next game, maybe. Anyway, so he reborns the Megalo. That just makes me a little annoyed. I detach and then I just get swung over. And here I just have the Rabbit and the Tensu and the Tenki. So he just scoops it up. So I top deck the Rabbit. Because he can't do anything at this point. And going into game 3, I remember to side this time. So basically I'm just doing a transformation side here. And basically I'm playing game 2 as Dino Rabbit, but instead of Jarek Waiba, I've got Banisher, and instead of Deep Macro I have Defissure. So obviously he's going first, and I opened double Sabersaurus Rabbit, which I'm really annoyed about because I really wanted to make a Dolka because that would really help me. At this point, he's going to summon the Genex Undyne. Search the controller and something else, because I think he's going to dump Dragoons. Yeah, obviously it's turn 1, I don't have anything. Search as the Diva. And then he passes, but he has to set 1 because he has 7 cards. So I let him do that. It's fine, I don't care. So I summon the Rabbit and banish. And I bring out 2 Gmorphs. At this point it should be really obvious that I drew 2 Sabersauruses, because otherwise I would have brought out Sabersaurus. But I don't know if he realized that. But I make a Tiger King, but I didn't really want to make a Tiger King because I forgot that I set everything out. So I'm gonna make an Abyss Dweller. He lets me do that. And now it really should be obvious, since I'm in an Abyss Dweller, that I have at least 2 Saber Swords in hand. But sadly I'm sitting with 3, of course. So I really don't have a read on his back row other than the fact that it's probably useless. Maybe it's an MST, because he just said, yeah, it's an MST. He MST'd my Torrential, which actually he didn't MST the right one this time, because I wanted the Mirror Force more because of my Abyss Dweller. And he summons Megalo, and I'm gonna detach. And he discards Lind and something else. Can't remember what. Sorry, I didn't notice either. And here he's thinking about it, but in the end he's gonna summon the Diva, which I thought was a misplay. He should have just summoned the Diva, or did he forget to search the sphere? Yeah, he forgot to search the sphere also. And see, here he doesn't have a Gachi Gachi. So after he tries to make the Gachi Gachi, he's just gonna end up making the Armory Arm. And then you can probably see what's coming. Also, not searching the sphere was really dumb, because that sphere could have really helped him. And then he's just gonna swing into my Mirror Force. And at this point, actually, I feel like I have a small chance of winning the game. At least if I draw a back row, which I do. I draw a D Prison. So I'm just gonna attack with Dweller and then Sabersaurus. Actually, I think the card he discarded with Lind for Megalo was Tidal. Yeah, I think it was Tidal. Now he's gonna be pretty low on life points. And I have an Abyss Dweller, so looking good as long as he doesn't have the Dark Hole or multiple or other outs, which he could have. He's gonna banish for Tidal, and I'm gonna activate my Dweller. I'm not sure, actually. I think no, never mind. And then he's just gonna scoop it up because he knows he can't do anything at this point. So I'm just gonna show him my triple Sabersaurus, and he's sitting there with double Genex on that. No, Genex controller, Megalo, and MST. Don't know why I didn't MST my card before trying to Tidal. Also, I don't know if I had to detach before I don't know if I had to detach before he does Tidal, but if that's the case, I would have detached anyway. So, thanks for watching. I hope to bring you more of these later, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.